Hey everyone, today we are back for the third and final video of the series covering the song Sunshine of Your Love. The focus will be on the rhythm guitar part with the iconic riff and chords during the chorus. I will not be teaching a solo in this video as it uses more advanced techniques such as pull-offs and hammer-ons. However, I will be covering a new technique known as bending. Let's get right into it. So starting off the song right at the beginning, you have the iconic riff that goes like this. And so what I'm playing there is on the D string. You have the 12th fret, playing that twice, the 10th fret, then back to 12th fret. So, and then on the A string, you're just starting at the 12th fret and going down 12, 11, 10. And then on the very bottom string, the E string, you have the 10th fret. Then you have the 8th fret on the A string. And this is where the new technique bending comes in. Or what you're going to do is you're essentially going to hit the note, but at the same time, you're going to like wobble the string, essentially. You're going to either, you can pull it up, you can pull it down, you can do back and forth. So it's going to sound, what it would normally sound like is like this, just like that. But with bending, so you get that what's called tremolo, little effect where it sounds like the note's kind of wavering up and down. And then you go back to the 10th fret. So it's going to sound like this all together. That's the first riff right there. So that riff is going to play 4 times as the intro of the song, then it's going to play 4 more times as the start of the first verse. After that, you're going to take the whole riff and you're essentially going to move it up 1 string. So right now it's being played on the E, A, and D strings, but now it's going to be played on the A, D, and G strings. So it's going to sound like this. So it's the exact same riff, exact same positioning, just 1 string higher. 12th fret, 12th fret, 10th fret, 12th fret, 12th, 11th, 10th, 10th, 8th, 10th. Exactly the same, just 1 string higher. So it's going to play that 2 times. And then it's going to go back to the original riff. So after that, it's going to move on to the chorus, which is a progression of 3 chords that are going to sound like this. And so the 3 chords that are being played there are all bar chords, going to be A, C, and G. And so what do I mean when I say bar chords? That we're only playing the bottom 3 notes of them. And so for the A chord, bottom 3 notes are going to mean the 5th fret of the E string, and then the 7th frets of the A and D strings. For the C chord, that's going to be the 3rd fret of the A string, and then the 5th frets of the D and G strings. And then for the G chord, that's going to be the 3rd fret of the E string, and the 5th frets of the A and D strings. So the strumming pattern for the chords is going to be like this. It's going to be 3 quick strokes on the A chord, followed by 2 on the C, and 2 on the G, and then back to the A. So like this. And after you do that 3 times, you go back to the A chord, and you're going to strum it for 4 bars, and for 4 bars with 1 beat on each note. So it's going to sound like this. And then after that, you're going to go back to the riff. And so if you want for a dramatic effect, on each stroke you can make it progressively louder. So it's going to be for 4 bars, so 16 times you're going to hit that A at the end. And then it's going to go back to the starting riff again. So the song does the verse and then the chorus and the verse and chorus just 2 times. And then the 3rd time it moves into the guitar solo section, which as I said before, I'm not going to be covering fully in this video because of the more advanced techniques like the hammer-ons and pull-offs. And then it goes on to that for a while. It's still the same underlying melody, you know, you have the riff, chorus chords get played for a brief bit. So that's played under the solo, and then it goes back into one final verse. And then the one difference is at the very end you have what's like a 1.5 times long chorus. So normally it does the build up bit. It goes through that 3 times, and then on the 4th time that's when you start the repeating. But in the final chorus you have the build up going 5 times, so it's going to sound like this. And then after the 5th time it has the build up, and the build up just keeps going and essentially fades out, and that's the end of the song. So it's just gonna go, and then it just fades out, and that's the end of the song. So I'm gonna play the verse and chorus progression one time through, just so you guys can kind of get a feel of what the song will sound like. And there you go. That's what one time through the verse and then the chorus sounds like. And there you go. That's Sunshine of Your Love. And as I said before, this is the 3rd and final of the series of 3 videos. So thank you to anyone who watched all 3 videos. And I hope they were all equally informative and that you could understand how to play the song from them. So thank you all again, and bye.